Hey guys, it's Catherine Glenn here with Keller Williams here in Greenville, North Carolina, also your Bang ambassador for the Eastern North Carolina regions and the Southern South Carolinas. So I wanted to introduce to you guys today Beth, who is agreed to do a quick interview with me so that I could introduce her and just tell like my story about how much Beth has helped me with my business. We are agents, we are not accountants. I will go ahead and get that out there. I did not understand QuickBooks as quickly as I wanted to. I did not understand how to set it up. I was struggling. I was paying a CPA absorbent amounts of money to kind of help me get my things in order. CPA finally looked at me and was like, you can actually do a lot of this on your own. And it doesn't take a whole lot of time and effort, only about 15 to 20 minutes a month. So when the CPA told me that, I didn't know where to start. I went into groups, started asking other agents for help, and lo and behold, I came across Beth. And so, Beth, quickly, if you can, tell the other agents in our group and Bang Broker Alliance Networking Group, please tell everybody else here kind of what's your background. Um,
Absolutely.
has completely changed my business and it's an easy setup. It's the MREA model. So Beth,
Yes,
please take it away.
absolutely. So my name is Beth Wilkerson. I have been part of Keller Williams for about 8 years. I was an MCA in a couple of market centers with a handful of business centers. Um, and after 8 years, I just got to a point where I was like, you know what? I feel like I want to build something that I have control of. I want to be able to help more people. And so I stepped out of the MCA role and I started a bookkeeping company. My company is called Calculated Co. And my vision for this bookkeeping service is just to make bookkeeping simple. I think a lot of people get really overwhelmed by numbers and how to get to those numbers, and it really just doesn't have to be hard. It can be easy. And so that's where I like to kind of walk alongside someone, an agent in particular, um, and help them understand kind of how to put the numbers in the right buckets, what those numbers mean, those sort of things. So that's kind of how I got to where I am here talking to you today.
Well, I will tell you, you have changed my business when it comes to like, I didn't understand what cost of sales or cost of goods, even though I
Yeah.
run a business.
Yeah.
We all run business as being agents. I didn't understand what a lot of these numbers or these phrases really meant.
Yes.
What I realized very quickly last year after doing my taxes was that I had a good year, but
Mhm.
I was not actually taking into account all the numbers. I had
Yes.
credit cards over here. I had expenses over
Mhm.
here. I didn't even calculate into what I was paying my firm, the cost
Yes.
of actually doing business and stuff. So I did not
Right.
realize a lot of those things, and I was missing some
Mhm.
really strategic write-offs and some really strategic
Absolutely.
numbers and stuff. And I think that's what's so important for us agents is
Mhm.
we get the money in, we get our commission check and we're like, "Yay, we're done." No, we're not.
Right.
And
That's
I
right.
did not realize that at the very beginning. And I think what we need to do as agents is really come together and really teach people more so about
Yes.
how to set up the business and how to set it up properly. And that's where you come in. You also
Mhm.
have strategic background in this because you understand us as Keller Williams because you
Yes.
were in the MCA role. Am I correct?
That's right. That's absolutely right. Yes.
No, that's
So,
so important too, because
yes,
you have the model. You know what the model is. So
yes, I
speaking,
understand those models. As a market center,
yeah,
as market center leadership uses the same models that agents do.
right.
It's the same thing on a larger scale a lot of times, but it's, I've been there. I've looked at the models, I've studied them. I've got really good as an MCA at budgeting and watching, the dollars. So it's really interesting to see. A lot of times you don't realize really what you're spending, um, and that there are hidden costs. When you do collect a commission, there are still expenses to be considered. So that's it's important to be able to pull those out and understand really what that transaction cost you.
Correct. And that's something that she has done for my business is so I have a transaction coordinator, guys. I also have the market center fee on top of paying into the office capping and the other things like so desk fees, royalty, like all those other fees that are associated with each transaction that don't necessarily stop that I wasn't
Right.
calculating in properly. So you've
Mm-hmm.
set my QuickBooks up. You came in, you set up my QuickBooks that every single time I get a DA now, it goes
Yeah.
directly in. And the DA QuickBooks is so smart now that it actually like goes ahead and breaks everything out because I've done it a couple of
Yes.
times. So it breaks everything out and it says, hey,
Mm-hmm.
are these like the assumed fees or the assumed places that these things go to? So my
Yes.
20 minutes of starting has really come down to more about 5 to 10 realistically
Yeah.
now. It's
Yes. QuickBooks is smart.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to make sure that other agents understood and knew.
Mm-hmm.
Also speak to some of our agents because some of our agents are not KW agents. So
Mm-hmm.
speak to them like you can obviously you can help anybody. They don't have to be in KW and stuff, but
Absolutely.
the model, and I apologize for the background noise here. The model goes across any firm, any agency. You can break it
Mm-hmm.
down based off of what everybody's own situation
Absolutely.
is.
That's absolutely right. Everyone has a different situation, and I thrive on creativity, like stepping out of the box. Things don't have to be one way. We can cater, we can tailor your chart of accounts to fit whatever the situation is that you're in. Yes, absolutely.
Perfect, perfect. So I've got the this is the MR up. It's not going to show it. Hold on one second. Let me remove my background so that you guys can see it. So this is as most of agents are already familiar, this is the MREA budget benchmarks, and these are where you should be. So now that you have helped me with my chart of accounts. It is
Setting it up
amazing to
correctly.
see now
Hmm.
exactly what my P&L looks like. My P&L is
Yes.
clean. It's very
Hmm.
easy to read. And it has
Hmm.
saved me now so much money going forward with my tax advisors, with my CPA, with my
Yes.
payroll. They all have the numbers now.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So breaking it down into the different buckets, like you see in the MREA, is very helpful in determining, am I on track?
Correct.
Based on the level of production that I'm at, am I on track in this area or in that area? And then you can take a look at the details and figure out, okay, what do I need to cut? Or what can I spend more money on?
Yes. And
That's the fun part.
that's been a fantastic thing because even my
Mhm.
CPA was like, "Hey, you need to increase spending here. You need to do more of this.
Yes.
You need to do this."
Yep.
Like
Yep.
you can immediately find out all those things. And agents, we
Mhm.
really need to be focusing on that to increase our own businesses and stuff to understand. And
That's right.
lastly, can you explain to the agents kind of like what your costs like
Sure.
Everybody here is probably wondering, like, oh, what is this going to cost me?
Sure. So I offer several different services. So I do offer a monthly bookkeeping service where I can take that off of your plate. I can do, the categorizing of transactions, send you your financials on a monthly basis. That really, the cost there really depends on the size of, your organization. It depends on the level of production that you do. So I hesitate to throw a number out, just based on that.
Yeah. I understand.
Um,
How about
yeah.
setting up the QuickBooks?
So as far as setting up your QuickBooks, I can set up your QuickBooks per the MREA models with the correct chart of accounts. Um, and I do that for a flat rate. So I set up your QuickBooks, and then I do some light training to kind of show you how to categorize the transactions, how to categorize your income, and then how to pull a P&L so that you can review those numbers each month. I offer that service for about $200. Um, and again, that is kind of a starting fee. It really depends on, am I going to need to do more training? That fee could increase at
That's
that point
kind
as
of for
well.
the solo agent. That's kind of for like
That's right. That's right.
yes, a
Yes.
solo agent. So versus a team, guys, anybody here with teams or anything like that, obviously it'll change slightly, but for us
Mhm.
solo agents, it's the best money you can spend, guys. If you've
Yeah, a
not,
couple $100 to get
yes,
set up and some light training.
yes.
Absolutely.
It,
And I
it's
love doing it.
it's a very, very easy situation, very easy setup. But the
Mhm.
thing is, you've got to start the setup properly. You've got to
Yes.
do it properly the first time because don't be like me. Don't go a couple years and have everything completely backlogged and so screwed up. But do this up front. It will save you guys
Mhm.
so much in the long run.
And I just want to add, a lot of people maybe already have their QuickBooks set up, and maybe just need, your chart of accounts tweaked, or maybe you need some rules set up or tweaked. I'm absolutely willing, and able to help do that as well.
What do you have a rate right now that you charge per hour?
Yeah, so I have an hourly rate. It's $50 an hour.
Okay, perfect. So that's something
Yeah.
else, guys. If you just needed to have her come in and do a little bit of tweaking and stuff, there you go.
Mhm.
That's what it would be for you all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else you want to add? I can't stress enough how valuable you've been to me and to my business. But again, I just wanted to get this out there for to help anybody else. But anything you want to
Yeah.
add to that?
Um, like I said, bookkeeping doesn't have to be hard. It can be simple. That's kind of my mission. And I just have to say, since I started my business earlier this year, all of my clients are people that I know or their referrals. So I think that probably speaks a lot to the level of integrity, um, and the hard work that I put in, to the work that I do. So I just want to thank everyone, that has given me a referral, everyone that uses me. It's been really a great transition for me, and I just appreciate everyone that's helping me, build this business that I'm building.
Well, I can't say enough about you because you've definitely have changed my business. And it's just, as you say, it was the little tweaks and the
Yeah,
setup of the MREA models, and then just a little bit of training. It really
yeah.
got me to where I needed to be. And granted, I'm not a massive producer yet, but anybody out
Mhm.
there who is starting with their like setups and stuff, I highly recommend you guys just do a one-to-one with Beth. I'm going to have her
Yeah,
information here, just to have a simple conversation with her. I bet it would change your business as well. Thank you,
absolutely.
Beth.
Let's do it.
I truly appreciate, again, I truly appreciate you doing this. I know we both aren't the best at Zoom recordings and
Yeah.
everything. I wanted to get this out there to the other agents for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Of course. And I'll talk to you soon. And guys, contact me again. I'm Catherine Glenn here in Greenville, Winterville, North Carolina, with Keller Williams. And contact me if you want Beth's information. You know, I'm going to share it with you all. Again, can't recommend her enough, for changing your business. All right.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.